gentlemen, this is the 7th fight of our prelims. This fight is consisting of three minute rounds, and we will welcome one more time, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team Renegade. An amateur record of 2 wins and no losses, ladies and gentlemen, Stephon! And his opponent in the red corner, representing Lions Gym MMA, with 2 wins and no losses on his amateur MMA record. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one more time, Garon Shemar!
All ladies and gentlemen, cage door set to close on this amateur bantamweight contest. Garon Shemar fighting out of the red corner, representing Lions Gym in the black shorts trimmed with a bit of red and Lions Gym emblazoned on it. Taking on Stephon Earle, fighting out of the blue corner, the black shorts, the RDX black shorts. We know we've seen Garon Shemar twice here, and he's always been exciting. Stephon Earle, very experienced, 2-2, coming from a great camp. This should be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. When the fight card was announced, this was one of the fights on the amateur portion that certainly caught my eye. As you said, Shemar very entertaining, very exciting, both in the cage and when he gets a chance on the microphone as well. And as you say, Earle coming from a great background at Team Renegade, and yeah, this is going to be a great fight. And we can see 2 real different body types for this weight class as well. You've got Shemar, who's taller, thinner of the 2, and then you've got Earle, looks thick with muscle.
Garon Shemar, we've seen before, fights behind that length incredibly well.
Yeah, definitely utilises it beautifully, and that distance management is one of his real weapons.
Stephon Earle, though, no rookie novice. Been in there before, gets that nice tight body lock, pulls his man Shemar down to the canvas, trying to hook behind those knees, take that little bit of fulcrum away, that little bit of leverage, but trying very hard to, doing everything he can to not let that backside hit the mat. And Garon Shemar,
yeah, really fighting against this takedown, and doesn't want to find himself flat on the mat.
Just so relentless, like it was just a bit of a matter of time. No shots getting through. Stephon Earle in no rush now. Steps over,
nice
lovely. Into the mount, just about. Just staying heavy, and Shemar almost having no defense or answers when he wants to throw those shots, controlling the wrist well as Earle. Oh, and if this was professional, I mean, he's setting up for the potential elbows to the head so well there, but amateur rule set here, bantamweight clash, and Stephon Earle trying to stay heavy, but Garon Shemar,
got to be careful with his neck here as he gets back to his feet.
He's got 2-on-1 on that wrist, going to try and
nice job there.
But Stephon Earle relentless underneath those hips again. He's going to pull those hips out. Oh!
Drops him on top
dropped
of
the wrong way, but not enough time left perhaps for Garon Shemar to take advantage of it, but 5 seconds left and won't.
That's just one of the dangers of those big elevated takedowns, in case you lose control and end up in that kind of position.
Working on a weekend like usual.
Luckily, as you said, he was right at the very end of the round, so there wasn't really any time for Garon Shemar to get any offense away, but just something to be wary about going into this second round.
Yeah, going to keep Stephon Earle honest there a little bit, but Earle looked good and on top, controlled the majority of the round, landed some heavy shots from the top position.
Yeah, that ground and pound from the top position, although there wasn't a massive backlift or anything like that, I mean, they were quite short punches, but they looked like they had some real snap to them.
And we've seen, you know, just volume tonight win the day, you know.
Absolutely.
Garon Shemar again in the red corner, the Lions Gym fighter, the black shorts trimmed with red. Looks ready, looks confident. As does Stephen Earle, who
Got a mouthpiece missing.
got his mouthpiece delivered
Round 2.
by Paul Crossley. Round 2 kicks off, and they both move straight to the center of the cage.
Shemar fighting out this southpaw stance, as we mentioned before, opens up that body kick if he wants it.
He's just got to be careful to put things together and not throw single kicks or single shots, because as we see when Earle gets in, lots of movement from Shemar.
Just about to say, it's really interesting seeing the difference of the styles of the two. Like you say, Shemar, lots of movement, lots of back and forth, and Earle just
caught the knee that was coming up to the middle, and now manages to get in on the clinch. And again, we saw this in the first. Pressure against the cage, and look for that opportunity to change levels.
Yeah, and he's in his own corner this time as well, with, as you can see, Jai Herbert there. Mosey Bear as well.
Yep.
Dishing out some instructions. He's looking to drop the level, I think, but
Shemar doing a good job. That overhook, but just gets ragdolled down to the floor. Just turn the corner.
yeah, certainly when the two guys engage and they're getting in these clinch and wrestling positions, Earle definitely looks like he has a strength
Yeah,
advantage.
he looks like he's just a little bit stronger, that more compact frame. And he just pulls Shemar off the cage there. And trying to stay heavy on top, work his way perhaps out of that half guard.
Yeah, he's currently in that half guard position, needs to recover the full guard or work for that underhook on the right-hand side.
I mean,
Get back to a knee like this.
Does well not to let himself get flat back to the canvas, but Stephen Earle happy to just pick, and then again that kneeling on the arm, making it impossible for Shemar to defend some of those shots, but picks the ankle again, pulls him back down, and again kneels on that left arm.
Yeah, horrible for Shemar there when he thought he had a chance of getting up back onto his feet using the fence. He just pulled that ankle away and turned him away from the fence.
Starts to eat some shots here. Will survive the round without question, but Stephen Earle looking for that.
Yeah, story of 2 rounds so far. Stephen Earle dominating in those top positions with his wrestling. Shemar needs to use his length and his reach in this third and final round to keep this fight standing and try and catch Earle with something on the feet, because at the moment, as soon as Earle closes the distance, he's having his way with his opponent.
Yeah, just again, he obviously knows what he's doing on the ground, but I would suggest a little bit of a strength advantage as well. And I'm not saying that Stephen Earle hasn't worked hard in this fight, but he certainly hasn't had to tire himself out in these positions. He's picked his shots, he's not rushed, made Garon Shemar carry the weight and do the work.
Yeah, definitely. And we spoke earlier about the range and the length of Shemar, but sometimes it works as a disadvantage, especially in those wrestling positions, because if you overextend, it's easy for your shorter opponent to shoot in and get around the legs.
Final round.
And we've seen that a couple of times so far with some of those big takedowns from Earle.
Whoa, we start with that big exchange in the middle that gets the crowd oohing for a moment.
Yeah, you can see the game plan from Earle early in this third round is to close the distance and work for that takedown again. And there's the shot.
And
And Shemar needed to sprawl really there. He tried to use the upper body to kind of peel his opponent off him, but wasn't in the right position to do so, and ends up flat on his back in the almost the centre of the cage, which is
early
the worst
in the
position
first
you
round.
can
At least he's got that one butterfly, and now that left leg on the other hip, so looking to try and perhaps elevate his man, get to his feet.
Really heavy top pressure from Earle so far.
And moves himself into side control with, well, you hate to say it, relative ease.
Yeah, definitely like a hot knife through butter there. He sliced through the defences of Garon Shemar and stepping over to the mount position now.
Yeah, trying again. Although, you know, I'm almost convinced if he wanted to lock himself down in that half guard, he could get the posture and...
Yeah, definitely start raining down some of that ground and pound that we saw in the first round.
Corner of Earle asking for the underhook, but again, it's all for Garon Shemar to do the work here. He's going to have to potentially risk making that mistake and trying to get to his feet, but...
Yeah, Earle can just do more of what he's done in the first and second rounds in just dominating these positions on the mat. And yeah, as you say, Shemar's got to take all the risks, and it's just a horrible position to be in when you know that you're 2 rounds down and you're in the same position that you haven't been able to get up from pretty much the rest of the fight completely.
Thought he was kind of forearming, had that crossface across the throat. But again, just stand heavy, stand tight. And now,
some heavy
peppering away into the full mount now.
Yeah, 3 heavy
trying
shots
to push the head of Shemar down and posture up and land some shots.
Yeah, I think he could get the finish here if he keeps working with these shots. I think he could get the finish
here. Referee Paul Crossley looking closely now. Garon Shemar moving just enough to keep him in it.
Yeah, doing the right thing there in locking those hands behind the back of Earle.
But it is entirely defensive.
Absolutely.
There's no offense coming from the man on the bottom at the moment, and that's going to make all the difference in this one. The blue corner already celebrating with 10 seconds to go. I think they know what the rest of us are assuming, and that's that Stephen Earle is going to move to 3-2 with a fairly dominant performance over a game and talented Garon Shemar.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Earle's performance there, given the fact that Garon Shemar, the 2 outings we've seen from him so far,
exciting!
So exciting and a real top prospect, and Earle just manhandled him on the ground.
Oh yeah, I mean that was he fought smart, he fought intelligently. He knew that he was leading the round, so didn't have to give up position, didn't have to rush anything. Patience, power, and positioning, and you move to 3-2. Our referee, Mr. Paul Crossley, moves to the center of the cage. In a moment, he will call the fighters to him. So let's turn this one over to our MC for the evening, and he will make this fight official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, judges have reached a unanimous decision. To the winner, in the blue corner, Stephon!